it's good to ask questions. It's very, very good to ask questions. It's very good to infer. But what I would like is this. What you've asked and what you've learned and what I've clarified to a certain point, start to practice. Don't forever just sit there and ask questions and not practice. Ask questions, learn, practice. Ask questions, learn, practice. What you're clear on, practice. What you're not clear on, of course, don't practice. If you're clear on compassion and forgiveness, practice. If you're clear on Lama Tsongkhapa, practice. Don't make up lame excuses saying, I don't understand, therefore I won't do it. Because it's your monkey mind saying, I don't want to practice. So what you already know, practice. If you know the benefits of reading a Dharma book, don't say I don't understand, that's why I don't read. That's why you don't understand, because you don't read. So, what you already know, what you're asking, practice. Put it into practice. Don't put it into practice when you're in a good mood. Don't only put it into practice when you're in danger. Don't put it into practice when things are not going right and you run to center and cry and say, help, 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 help. No, put it into practice every day, all the time. All the time. Very important. Because you can benefit many people. And then the last administrative thing I'd like to say is some people always praise the Lama. And I get wonderful SMSs and emails that always praise me. It's nice. It's wonderful. It is. And now the Dharma questions. One is, I'm afraid of death. And I don't want to die young. What can I do? Good question. Very good question. That's why I brought it up. Second is, we should be greedy to collect as much merit as we can. But can we also collect merit by doing non-Dharma activity, non-Dharma charities, without a Dharma motivation? Just simply doing charities to help others. Will that also help us to collect merit? And that's a wonderful question. I like that because you know why it's wonderful? Because it helps all of us normal people. So I'm going to answer that, and then I'm done with my little nasty list. All right, everything's crossed off. And after I answer that, we're going to go for one or two questions, and that will not include Paris, because it's a trick with her. Just one question. But her questions like Kuan Yin's arms, there's 1,000. So we will not allow Paris to ask any questions and get on my nerves. No, just kidding. We love you too and your questions. It took a lot for me to say that. Alright, so I'm going to explain that in short but concise ways for you to understand. May I suggest that we listen very intensely to understand clearly that you know in the future. Alright, but I'm not going to go into a long-winded one because it's late, it's a weekday, today's an emergency. Somebody's unconscious up there. Here I am talking away, not praying. Soon, very quick. Okay? Maybe the lady unconscious is astral body come here, look at me, say, pray for me, please. Alright, okay. So, I welcome these questions, and I thank people. I really mean it. Because these are what you want to know. In traditional Buddhism, you don't ask questions, you just be quiet. And the teacher says, hey, 1 hour later, finish them. No, in my sessions, what I like is ask questions. You're supposed to ask. You're supposed to know and understand. Then if you want to practice, it's based on logic and understanding, we can practice. If you don't want to practice, you still have understanding. If we have understanding, we have harmony between the different people, the races, the cultures, the religions. That's beautiful. So I'm not here to explain to make you a Buddhist. I'm here to explain, to share knowledge. Okay. Now we'll take on the Buddhist point of view, since the question is Buddhist-based. We should be, in regards to being greedy in collecting merit, yes, we should be as greedy as possible. We're greedy with everything else. We're greedy with food. Some of us, we see a buffet, we jump on it. We jump on it and dive inside the buffet, eat, and then we come out when it's finished. In the past, me, like that. In the present, we have somebody sitting by a pillar on a chair by himself who loves buffets, but I won't mention who. Xiao Chen, thank you for pointing him out. And then I say that, she goes, We have eyes, Xiao Qian. We don't need your power to show us. Evil situation. Alright, so some of us, new clothes, branded items. A new LV comes out, we're there in Star Hill. In fact, we sleep there in Star Hill overnight to make sure the door open, we can run inside. Some of us are Gucci or all kinds of, I don't know, all kinds of stuff like that. Some of us cars, new cars come out, we know everything. We understand everything, we go on the net, we do research, we look at the brochures, we kiss the brochures, we put it on our head, we wear it, we go to sleep with the brochures. We love cars. We just love it. Some of us, it's watches. Some of us, it's beautiful women. Some of us, beautiful men. I don't know. See a beautiful woman go by, then all attention there. See a beautiful guy go, all attention there. I don't know, whatever you guys like. So we all are greedy for something. It's okay. It's okay. We're not bad because we're greedy. We're used to it. Habituation. We're not bad. But let's add one more to the list of our greed. Hear the magic word? Add one more, not delete. I didn't ask you to delete one greed. I asked you to add one more. Isn't that nice to add? So if I tell you to delete one of your greed, you're out of here. Bye-bye. See you later. I'll be a monk in my next life. Previous life monk, this life no, next life monk. Okay, this life vacation. Some people tell me, oh, I was a monk in my previous life. Yeah, you're a monk in previous life. That's wonderful. This life vacation. Next life maybe monk again, then again. I don't know. I don't care. So, you should be greedy. Why? Don't only think about your next life. What about the one after that? What about the one after that? What about the one after that? What about the one after that, after that, after that? I don't think any of us is going to be a Buddha in the next century. I don't think it's going to be the next aeon. Some of us are going to be hanging around on this planet for a long, long time. When you see all of us in God in heaven, and you see Paris running around by herself, where is everybody? And you see Paris running around in the world on the planet, there's nobody around. Don't laugh too loud because she found you in the forest, JP. She goes, oh, you want to be? Yes, I'm a sentient being too. What happened? They talked to each other. 1,000 Buddhas already came, taught, gone, we're still here. How? And Paris doesn't have anybody to ask questions to anymore. So she's asking JP in the trees. And then, you know, they go deeper in the forest, where they find sleeping in a tree, me. So it's the three of us in samsara, me, Paris, and JP running around. Everybody gone, all of you in gone in heaven. All of you having a nice Tibetan tea with Zohaba, with Maitreya. And some of us, you know, some of us like Maple, she's changing jewelry with Maitreya. That's beautiful. I want that. You know, they like jewelry one. Maple is the one, that pretty lady in the orange. Can you point to her? Yes, that's the one. You evil. Paris is so evil. He uses somebody else's picture. Yeah, so she'll be out there with Maitreya. Maitreya was beautiful jewelry. So when you see her switching jewelry, playing around, and then we're looking down there on our astral TV. And this time it's not astro, it's astral. A-S-T-R-A-L. Watching the three clowns and they run around samsara looking for other people. Can you imagine me, Paris, and JP running around samsara by ourselves? Sad. Okay. We should collect. We should be as greedy as possible. Do you know when you should be satisfied with collecting merit? When you have become a fully enlightened Buddha. When you have control of your rebirth. When you have control of your destiny. When you do not suffer old age, sickness, and death. When you do not have fear of sickness and what's going to happen to you. When your mind dwells in compassion. When your mind dwells and never moves from kindness and pity for others, good pity. When you have clairvoyant powers and you can see into other people's minds and thoughts on how to benefit them and to know what they did to get their result and to do the appropriate to help them. When you have the powers of your body, your speech, and your mind, control over death, have full compassion and your mind never wavers from compassion, and you love all equally and you're able to help all equally, that's when you can stop collecting merit. Until that time, you're still able to fall down. Why? You may have a lot of merit now from your wonderful, virtuous lives and your previous lives of doing good practice. But you know what? It's like a bank account. It can run out. Many, many huge fortunate people, very wealthy people, they can become bankrupt. We hear it all the time. Michael Jackson, bankrupt. He earns 90 million US dollars a year. Can I just have one? For my salary, my cage salary fund, I was thinking about asking, but too late, no more money. He sold off Neverland. So even someone like that, I use him with respect to him. I don't mean anything negative, because we all know who he is, and it's all over CNN. In any case, yeah, even someone like that who earns so much, has so much potential, can be bankrupt. Who are we? Anytime, our fortune can go down. That's not Buddha punish us, Setra punish us. They cannot punish us. It's our own, or our miskarma. So anytime we can be here, go down like that. Unsure. So, we need to collect merit. Merit is what sustains us. Tsongkhapa practice maintains, and we do it sincerely. So, we should be very greedy in a positive way to collect merits. For ourselves, for our future lives. If we can think on a higher level, we should collect a lot of merits that we can be of tremendous benefit to others. That's the middling level. The highest level is we can collect tremendous amount of merit that we can become a fully accomplished Buddha, so we can accomplish the needs and wants of others. That's the highest motivation for collecting merit. So there are three motivations. Ourself and happiness for this life and future lives. Others for future lives, and ourselves. And third highest is to become free from samsara completely. And some of us think, oh, but I'm having a good time here. I don't want to be a Buddha. I don't want to go to Buddha heaven, because I won't have a good time. Trust me, it's more fun being a Buddha than not being a Buddha. If you're a Buddha, everything you get to keep. If you're us, maybe. Much more fun and exciting and thrilling to be a Buddha. Just think you can reincarnate anywhere you want, anytime you want, in any form, in any body. You can go anytime you want. You can have any wealth you want. Listen to any music. You don't get sick. Nothing negative happens to you. And all you do, everybody see you, they like you. Everybody see you, they're turned on, they're like, wow. It's more fun to be a Buddha. Don't choose to stay here and not be a Buddha. Choose to be a Buddha and then come back here. More fun. It's better to be rich, fabulous, beautiful, gorgeous, and be like that every time you come here than every time you die. It's like a lottery ticket. How people getting, right? How many times do you win? You throw something there, it's a chance. Just like that, when you don't practice Dharma, when you die, it's a lottery. It's like Genting Highland. It's horrible. I went there through a few coins. I lost it all. I lost all 10 ringgits. But I didn't do it. I had somebody do it because it's against my vows. I can't gamble, so I had somebody else do it. but I did pray that if I win, I donate to center. Yeah, I did that a few years back. It didn't work. The Buddha saw my motivation. Evil. They knew that if I won money, I would have been in Japan really fast. So I didn't get anything. In any case, yeah. So we should be very greedy for collecting merits. And we should be very greedy for the people we love. We start there. For the people we care about. For our children. Never stop. Why? What about their future life? Their future life. Their future life. What our parents and what kind people and people gave us. Actually, we can never repay them back. So collecting merits for them. Don't think, oh, I made one big statue for my uncle. Enough. No, continuously. If your uncle's been very kind. For your parents, never enough. Must do more and more and more. Yes, when we dedicate the merits to other people, they only get a percentage. No offense intended. They don't get the full because it's not them, but they get it. So we should be very, very greedy in collecting merits continuously. On a very simple basis. I won't go into deeper thinking. I'll save that for another day because I have much more details to share with you. And when we do non-Dharma activities or Dharma activities with or without Dharma motivation, please don't put any label on the activity. Do not put any label on the activity. If you give food and you give money to a charity such as the blind or the deaf or cancer or Rotary Club or hospices or any association you're associated with and you help through there, it is wonderful. It is wonderful. They do not need to be a Dharma institution for you to collect merit. That is correct. If I tell you, if you only help Buddhism and only help the temple and donate and help the monks and help the Sangha here, then you collect merit. Anything else, no? No. That's not true. It is definitely not true. That's not written anywhere in Buddhism. So if I say that, I'm sure all of you are not stupid. You can go read a book and SMS me and say you lied. No, that's not true. If you do any charity work, cancer, AIDS, a blind, deaf, crippled, polio, the people who need food, old people, abandoned hospice for children, anything. It is wonderful. And without calling it Dharma, it is Dharma. What is Dharma? Dharma doesn't mean you're a Buddhist. Dharma means right conduct. And right conduct is assisting others. So if we're doing charities, we're helping others, yes, do it. Continue. Continue, because it's very, very good. One request is, if you do other charities that are not specifically Dharma, we should have a Dharma motivation. What's motivation? Motivation doesn't cost us anything. It's not much effort. It doesn't hurt us, but it brings more benefit. Example, if I donate 1,000 ringgits a month to a hospice taking care of children, and I do it because the newspapers will take a picture of me, I will look very good, I flash it when I pass the check, and I hold it there for 10 minutes and then finish the pictures, and I do it solely for the motivation of getting more money, getting a good reputation so I can get more business, and I do it with the motivation of solely, actually it looks like giving, but it's requesting to get more. That one is not bad either, because you're still helping, but the merits become karma, and karma is very small. Good karma is very small. So when we give with the motivation of having to get something back, it is still good, but it's not merits anymore. It becomes karma. And karma only brings very limited and short-term results. The difference between merit and karma is when you receive merit, it's like putting money in a bank and you receive interest off the FD. You get money every month, but you don't touch the actual principal amount. When you use karma, it's like you put an amount in the bank, there's no interest, you just use off the principal amount until it's finished. So when you do the correct motivation for an action, you collect merit, which you live off the interest in future lives. When you collect karma, you live off the principle. And when that finishes, it's finished. So what's the difference? If you're going to give 1,000 every month, we should do a little bit of meditation, a little bit of prayer. Recite Lama Tsongkhapa's prayer a little bit. Or think with thoughts that you give this to sincerely help, and that in the future, may I be of tremendous benefit to others, and may I help again and again and again. If you think in this way, and then you give it, the result will be merit. If you think, oh, if I give that, I'll look good, I'll get business, and blah, 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 it's not bad, but you won't get the maximum benefit. So whatever you do, don't we want the maximum benefit? I do. It's not being greedy, it's being smart. It's not being cunning, it's being intelligent. It's not being tricky, it is planning ahead for your future life so you can be a benefit to others. So nothing wrong. So if you're going to give, you put that much effort and work into acquiring whatever you gave. Maybe you give jewelry piece, maybe you give flour, maybe you give biscuits, you give money, help. Doesn't matter. But switch the motivation. The action does not need to change. Now when you give to a Dharma institution, there's a difference now. Listen very carefully. The difference is when you give to a Dharma institution and there are qualified people there to return your giving by correct ritual and prayer. Even if you have correct motivation, no correct motivation, you will collect good merits because of the person who you give it to. Example, whether we know the power of a Buddha or not. If we go there, we put $1, $2 on the mandala and offer to the Buddha. By the power of the Buddha, we will have blessings and merit. Combined, if we know the benefits and we have good motivation, it's double. Whereas when you give a enlightened institution, it will be by the power of your thoughts alone, which is okay also. Which is okay. So the difference is there. So I'm not making a differentiation besides religious and non-religious institutions. No. I'm telling you the facts straight up. So if you give to the Buddha, it's double, including your motivation. Now, along with that, the second part is this. If you give to a religious institution such as the Buddha, but your motivation is backward, small, little, again to show off, to get something, to show you're religious, you're good, all that, again, it doesn't become merit, it will become karma. Why? although the enlightened being is very high, but your motivation is so not good, then the merits is much less, borderline of karma, or can be just karma, depending on your merit, on your motivation. So, in essence, it is the object makes a difference, the motivation makes a difference, and then the actual giving. Those three make a very big difference in the impact of us collecting merits of karma and whether they're good or bad. So if you give to a non-religious institution with a higher motivation, it is very powerful. It is merit. If you give to a religious institution and the motivation is very small, very cheap, some people come to temple and set up and say, oh, you know, kill my enemy. And they give milk to set up, they make offerings. That's not merit, that's not karma. That's negative karma. Negative. And then, if you give with the right motivation to the right object, it's double. So, giving is not the question. The object is not the question. And the amount is not the question. The question is our motivation. So how do we make our motivation? In the beginning, it's an effort to think that kind of thought, to do it. It's an effort. But when we consistently train, when we read, we do prayers, and we change our mind, and it will change, definitely, then the motivation, slowly you'll see, become spontaneous. And then instead of it, you have to really make an effort. Maybe once a day, it comes up naturally. Then next week, next year, it becomes 5 times, then 10 times. Then pretty soon you'll see what happened. Spontaneously, without any thought, you have the motivation to benefit others, to collect merit for the sake of others. And collect merit is not a selfish thing. Collecting merits is so that you can gain higher rebirth, higher attainments, higher propensity to benefit others. Example, someone like Mother Teresa, someone like Dalai Lama, someone like the great Reverend Cheng Yang in Taiwan, the Chinese Buddhist Mahayana monk, those 3 examples. They must have prayed and dedicated many merits in their previous lives. That in this life they're born with, they acquire great wealth. They're prestigious. Yet they use the prestige and wealth solely to benefit others. And it grows. It becomes bigger and bigger. Why is it the Dalai Lama, Reverend Cheng Yang, the Taiwan nun, Mother Teresa, can speak one word, raise millions of dollars? But when I speak, I'm lucky if I get thrown one little ang pao back inside about 2 ringgit. Why? Obviously, in my previous life, I didn't do much. Well, I'm going to change that, because this life I'm going to do a lot. Think. There's degrees. And then there are powerful and rich people who use their money for what? For drugs, for alcohol, for women, for wine, for gold, for jewelry, for silver. It's nice, but they're not bad. Maybe they don't know. It's not criticism, but they use up their karma. They use up their karma. Why? You have different types of karma. If you use up here, this has to replace this. If you use up this, this has to replace this. So when you use up one set of karma for your lifestyle, you will use up this karma and therefore something wrong. Maybe disharmony in the family come. Maybe accident. Maybe death. Maybe misunderstanding. Many bad things can come when we use up this type of karma. Don't think, oh yeah, you know, I've got a wonderful wife and I've got a wonderful kid and I have a wonderful husband, whatever. Everything's wonderful, but you can't get any money. Your karma is used for that harmony. It doesn't go anywhere else. Similarly, oh, maybe I have a lot of money. I have a lot of power and position, but you don't get along with your family. You don't get along with your friends. Maybe you get along with your family friends, but wherever you do, wherever you go, people misunderstand you. Why? You're using up your merit for this action and not that. It's obvious you don't have enough action to cover everything you wish to do. So therefore, one section in your life, or 2 or 3, will become blank because of the lack of merits. Merits bring happiness. Merits is the fuel for happiness. Merits is the cause for happiness. So if we're lacking in merits, we may have the outer trappings and outer forms of happiness and wonderful life, but actually inside, empty. Why? The merits cannot supply. That's according to Buddha's scriptures. That's not something Tsem Rinpoche made up. I dare not. So you think, is it logical? Does that apply to me? If it applies to you, you shouldn't think, I'm bad. I'm a bad person. No, you should think, oh, now I understand. I'm going to prevent it in the future. That's knowledge. So maybe you can get a lovely husband, someone that takes care of you. And then if you don't have enough merits to support that, but you put all your energy into maintaining that, another part of your life will become empty. Another part will be disastrous and go down. That's why for many of my friends, even if they have money, they have husband, they have wife, they have whatever, I recommend them to do specific practice. Some retreat, some is statue, some is whatever. I give them many practices. Why? To help them improve their life. And if they trust me, I can help them. But if I give them instructions or I give them divinations and results and they don't do it, how can I help? If you're hungry, I can't force you to eat. I can only give you the food. And those are based on Buddhist scriptures. So therefore, maybe you got one thing, you lose another. Maybe you don't lose anything, but what you have is not secure, and someone always trying to take it away and create trouble and problems for you. What is that a sign of? Don't talk about that person, this situation, that job, him, her, who. You talk about yourself and having that problem and where it comes from. It comes from our lack of merits. Definitely, think about it. So if you put all your efforts into worldly activities of making money, maintaining your husband and wife and children, all that, that's good. But you should also maintain it by the collection of merits, because that's where it really comes from. Where does merits come from? Making offerings to the three jewels: water, fruits, flowers, incense, offering meditation, offering prayers, daily, consistently. We go to our job consistently. We live with the people we love consistently because we want to maintain. Similarly, you want to maintain your happiness and lifestyle and merits. You do your meditation practices daily because it supplies you with the fuel to actually achieve. That's what it supplies you with. So if you're iffy, sporadic, and unsure, and sometimes have, sometimes don't have, then your result will be the same. Sometimes very high, sometimes very low. And don't say, oh look, I made all this money, I'm okay. No, look at the other aspects of your life. So Dharma does what? It gives you this kind of knowledge. This is what we're doing. We are sharing knowledge. I am not talking down to you. I am not criticizing you. And I'm not telling you you're bad. Because I'm part of you. I'm the same as you. What am I telling you? I'm sharing incredible wisdom and knowledge taught by the Buddha. So we need to think, and I think some people in this room are thinking, yes, that makes sense. That changes my perspective in life. And that's what Buddha's teaching is about. You know what a miracle is? A miracle is not after I give a teaching, a rainbow appears. Or we make prayers, etc., we hear some bells. That's not a miracle. You know what a miracle is? When you sit here and put your effort towards yourself, to the Dharma, for your family, for what you want to accomplish, and everything you want to accomplish, you listen to the Dharma, and you apply its principles, and you get the results, and your mind changed. That is a miracle. Why? Because the change you get from Dharma and the action you do will not end the result. So if you really love your family, if you really love your husband and wife and children, and you love your life, and you love happiness, if you really love, you know what you do? Apply Dharma, listen to Dharma, study the Dharma. If you really love. Isn't it wonderful to sit with our family at a Dharma talk or do prayers together? It's very powerful. We can share something beautiful, clean, pure, without any negativity, together with people we love. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. And it has meaning. So like that, be greedy for the Dharma. Be greedy for merits. Please be greedy, but be greedy with the right motivation. And the motivation makes a difference. Just like in worldly situations, people's motivation affect their career. A doctor who has a bad motivation, who only wants to make money, in the beginning, very good. In the end, people go to the clinic, go, not nice. Just want money, one. But if we go to a doctor who's very kind, is concerned, and skilled, immediately he doesn't have much money because he's always helping people, giving free medication. But in the end, his reputation grows and everybody goes to him, and people support and help. Why? Motivation. Knowledge is same. Patience is same. Disease same, but motivation. So if you find it difficult to adjust your motivation for whatever actions, that's a sign that we should. It's a sign to our mind that we should do it before our merits run out. It doesn't mean just because you have comforts and everything's good, you have a lot of merits. It does not mean that at all. Comforts and wealth doesn't equate peace, harmony, happiness. Poverty And not having money does not equate I'm simple, I'm easy, I'm not greedy. It's just that you couldn't get any, so you just got to keep quiet whether you're greedy or not. So just because you're simple, you live in a small house, you drive a little beat-up car, doesn't mean, oh, I'm simple. I don't want much. I'm not greedy. Oh, please. You're greedy if you can get it, you'll get it what? If I throw $1,000 on the floor, you'll grab it. Can you get a bunch of simple people in the room. Then I throw $10,000 ringgit, 100 ringgit, just throw it from the top of the building. Let's see who stand there and watch. No. All these simple people will run and jump after the money. Doesn't mean you're simple. Mine is mine. It's just what you can get. So I don't praise the people who are poor or simple. I don't praise the people who are rich. Because samsara is two sides of a coin. You don't make some funny story to me and say, oh, I don't want to achieve because I'm not greedy. I'm happy with simple life and simple things. Oh, please. You're lazy, that's all. Either you're lazy and you're greedy, but you're too lazy to attract your greed. So it doesn't impress me. Then all these rich people. I meet ministers, royalty, I meet Dato, Datin, Tan Sri, too many, I can't remember, Tan Hu, Tan Ri, Tan Wa, Tan What, Tan everything wrong. I meet so many. You don't know in the last 10 years in Malaysia. Sometimes I go to a secret room to meet them because their royalty minister cannot be seen with Buddhist priests. So they sneak me in the dark and sneak me out. I can't say who because, yeah, I meet them all. Some of them probably you know, but I can't. If I thought, hello, I'm back to India, which I don't mind, but I don't want to go back that way. Okay? All human is the same. We all want happiness. We all want harmony. We all want love, and we want to be loved. We're all the same. Rich or poor, high or low, fat or skinny, whether you live in Kenny Hills or you live in Banda Utama or you live in Jalan Alor, we're all the same. All the same. No difference. No difference. So just because you're poor and you're simple or you don't want a lot of things doesn't mean you're good. So don't run around, I'm simple, I'm simple, I'm simple. Oh, please. I've heard that so many times. No. And then you put down people who are successful. They have wealth, they have nice car. You put them, see, they're like that, greedy, they're like that, they're always like that, cheap people like that. I'm not like that, I'm simple. Oh, please. We tested out. Rinpoche throwing away 10,000 ringgit, 10 simple people come, and I stand in such a throw. Let's see who's simple. I'll jump after it myself. That's how simple I am. What am I simple? I'm simply greedy, that's all. Think about it. So if you think you don't have many things, and because you're simple, save it. Tell it to someone with no ears, deaf one. If you're rich, you think you have enough merits, tell it to someone deaf one. It doesn't mean you'll be rich, doesn't mean you're happy, and it doesn't mean your next life. And the next life, you'll be okay. No. How do you make yourself okay now and in the future? Mind transformation. Knowledge of the Dharma. Understanding. Practice. Enjoy what you have and practice. Achieve what you can. Practice. Achieve it with good motivation. Keep everything that you have. Do not disconnect from the truth. Do not disengage and disconnect and separate yourself from the Dharma. Do not separate. Because life is up and down. There will be times that you need it. And when you separate, you'll regret. And life, when it's up, no need Dharma. No need to practice, no need to think. When it's down, boo-hoo, help me, help me, help me. You know what I like to do? I dare not. I dare not. Because my Dharma protector, everybody giving me one kind of look. They got 3 eyes, they all look at me, give me evil looks all the time. Help them, help them. I don't want to. Some people I really don't want to help. I say that. I look at them and go, and when they're suffering, I don't say, I'm like, oh, poor thing. I'm going, yes. But inside, yes. Outside, go, oh my goodness. Poor thing. Have compassion. Yeah, I'm evil too. I never told you I'm a Buddha. That's why I'm not sitting on that throne. I'm sitting on this one. It's just flat, nothing. If I reach that mind, I forgive everyone. I'm easy to sit on that one. When I sit on that one, you know already I'm Buddha. No, not yet. Yeah, I think like some people really get on my nerves. I take one look, and then year after year after year, they do, you look. Just 1 week, if there's no karma. 1 week, like, holiday, no karma, anything you do, free time. Number 1, I go rob the bank. very fast. Then I can build my own retreat center. Because when karma come back, I have a new center, bigger, next door, block upstairs. I go downstairs to the people down there. I say, how much you buy, like that, like that. How much you make per month, like that, like that. I calculate and I give them double. You want? For the next 10 years. Here, take it. Why? I'll get just as much money till I do that. So they're gonna think down there, yeah, I work like a dog here all day, work, and then he give me the same amount I make like that. I'll sell it and I get downstairs, I go up there and say the same thing. Say the same thing. And then I buy upstairs, buy downstairs. Okay, then after I buy the bank, right? I'll rob the bank. Then next thing is I get out my long list of people that get on my nerves. And I wear my ninja outfit. And I don't have ninja stars. I just... So it's got a silencer. I go there to their houses at night, jump on the roof, and go. And then when they're dying, no karma what? And for the people who cheat me, I don't. You know what I do? I call up my government friends and say, investigation done. And then let me see what else I do. That. Few other things that get on my nerves, no karma. Anyway, the list is very long, let's not talk about it. No karma week, and you believe that? Buddha made a holiday for the whole planet. No karma week. So you know all the things we can do, all the evil, negative things we can do? Just think. Just fantasize. See how excited everybody's smiling like... Everybody's smiling. Okay, but don't talk like that, so too bad. Too bad. So you think about it, we're all the same. Black or white, tall, east or west, short, fat, skinny. We all want the same thing. We're under the same condition. We shouldn't have any pride or ego in our position or station. None. We're all exactly the same. Now, realizing that, instead of putting energy into the fear that we're going to die, every day we wake up, oh, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Oh. Maybe we don't believe, we ask our friend here to pinch us. Call me, I pinch you lah. Ask CPR, I always pinch him, reminding me he's still alive. CPR is the guy sitting on the floor next to the camera pretending he's busy. Everybody looks evil, isn't it? Yeah, you know, you're alive. Instead of, you know, I almost had a car accident. Oh, I had an accident with the electric appliance. Oh, I almost died from the disease, you know. You go to Bangladesh and you come back, what happened? You got yellow fever, I don't know, something weird. And then you're in the hospital, almost died, you're on the drip. Anytime. Young, old, you have a car accident. Maybe you're driving a car, you see a hantu walk by. And you swerve your car. Then you're in the hospital, everything broken, neck down. They talk to you, you can't tell, you blink. Are you okay? Blink twice for no. Just think. Anytime. You think, oh, I'm strong. I got insurance. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I do exercise. I go to the gym 5 times a week. Thank you very much. Everything's alright. I'm fit. I'm healthy. I can run up and down the Jalan Kasim Heights. You know, up and down the mountain, up and down, no problem. 50 times. I'm healthy. Hey, you get on a bus somewhere. Maybe you're in Thailand. Finished. Maybe you're on Pat Pong somewhere in Thailand. You get on the bus and that's it. Crash. Maybe you go to India to go pray. On the way, crash. Don't know what. You go to India, you come back, 1 hand less, had a car accident. Don't know what. Maybe you think, oh no, I'm not going to go to this far place. Maybe on the way to JB, you're with a mad, crazy, obnoxious driver who drives a small car who thinks they're Ferrari Formula 400 driver. And almost had an accident. You know, we have a lot of friends we drive with them, the way they drive, we really practice Dharma after that. After we drive with them, we practice Dharma, we believe there's a Dharma protector. Oh yeah. Don't think that just because everything looks good, you're okay. No. Everything is insecure. So instead of being afraid of death, and afterwards, when you have a near-death situation, you're scared, you jump in and think, what? Then you have to think, now what should I do if the next time it's for real? Scary? Close your eyes, don't see anything anymore. Cannot see your, maybe some of you like lapchong, you know, Chinese sausage, I don't know. Maybe you close your eyes, no more lapchong. Maybe some people close their eyes, they were counting their money, they close their eyes, no more. I'd like to die counting my money, but I don't think it's possible unless there's no karma 1 week session. Alright, then, you do every day, make a good motivation. Every day, take refuge in your idam. Every day, do your black tea to your Dharma protector. And every day, very important, you forgive your enemies. You forgive the people that hurt you. You let go of the people that cheat you. You let go of the harm that other people have done to you. Every single day, you learn to forgive a person that has hurt you. You learn to let go of someone that has cheated you. And you learn those things, and that will benefit you if you don't. I'll tell you why. When you think like that, and you put your efforts towards that, you know what happens? You turn your mind around that you don't accrue or collect any more negative karma. One. Number two, if you think those kind of thoughts, you stop that kind of negative karma from coming, and when you do practices to purify the negative karma and things you've done before in previous lives, it will be effective. So what you're doing, you're like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. You're able to clean up all the dirt and dust and grime around you. So when you stop those thoughts, the more, because the thing that got you into your negative and ugly state, the thing that got you to suffer and have problems is your anger, is your greed, is your lack of discipline, your impatience. Your impatience, lack of discipline, lack of awareness, and anger brought you to your disharmonious state, unhappy state, unsettled state. That's what brought you to that situation. So it's that mind that brought you there. Therefore, if you attack that mind, that's how you prepare for that. Very logical. So to support that kind of mind, Dharma practice is not pray, put flower, incense, statue. No, that's only a supportive practice. The real Dharma practice is forgiving others. And how to forgive, we need to study more, and we need to study and read the Dharma and listen to Dharma teachers that give us methods to overcome this mind. That's what Buddha is all about. So to forgive people that have hurt us, and to learn to return their harm with kindness and forgiveness, and to live with a mind that's free and clear. Then when you die, no problem. And to not send hurt or problems or difficulties to people that have cheated us. It's not very easy in business. We can do business without hurting, without cheating. We can do business. And we need to do whatever we can for business and for our livelihood, yes. But it doesn't have to hurt and damage. And slowly we can transform. So if we do that, and then supported by the merits we collect from praying, meditation, making offerings, candles, buying statues, building temples, building retreat, cleaning, service, helping the center, helping the place to grow to benefit people. If we do that, supported by the merits, all these things create merits to support that mind, then you see that type of mind easy. So to generate that type of mind and to keep that type of mind, so people will say, oh, I forget, I'm not aware. No, it's not that you're not aware. You're not putting effort. Very simple. Not putting effort. Everything we're good at because we put effort. How can we be good in one thing and not good in something else? If we're good in nothing, okay, I understand. Some of us even good in nothing, good in eating what? Good in gossip, good in talk. I'm not good in anything but shark and gossip and talk. You ask them their story, they never end one. Very good. Put a tape recorder there and sell their CD. It's called BSCD. Will sell. So you want to punish someone you don't like? Listen to the CD. It's very good. They listen after 1 hour, already went off. So some people, they're not good in anything, but they're good in deception. They're good in making up excuses. They're good in explaining why they're not successful. They're very good. Very good. They're expert. Can write a book and be rich. How to trick everyone. Yeah. So all of us are good in something. We became good for one reason. Practice. Practice. So don't make excuse you're not good. You didn't put effort. You're not aware, you didn't put effort. Very simple. You didn't put effort. Some of us very good in arguing with people. Debate, argue. It's like that, it's like that, it's like this, it's like that. But me, and we're able to defeat them with our argument. Why? Practice. Practice. So whatever we think, whatever we focus on is from practice. That's why from practice you can transform your mind. If you transform your mind to the states I just talked about, you're preparing for death. and before death. And I pray all of you have very long life. Before death, you have a happy life, and your mind is clear, and you become harmonious with the people you love and the people that meet you. And that's what we want. What we want is happiness. And then, supported by those practices. In short, that's how we collect merits. That's the goodness of being greedy for merits, and the difference between merits and karma, and the differentiation between the object, the giver, and the motivation. And how to prepare for death. I've combined it for you. One question? Anyone? I told you. See, I'm psychic. And everybody's in the audience thinking, yeah, we're psychic too. Yes, Paris.
It's about Lama's perspective.
What about it? She's from England, I'm from England too. Yes? What about Lama Tsongkhapa's practice?
I understand what you're saying about
You understand everything. Is it you're doing it or not? Yes, go on.
my question is what each one of them bases. Like when you say Lama's perspective.
Oh, it means dance up and down in front of him in your ballet tutu. I'm sure you can. Or wear all your guest items and stand in front of him. Okay, when I say do Lama Tsongkhapa, there are many levels. Beginning, intermediate, and advanced. Right now, let's do very simple. Let's do very simple so that we can do our puja, and I'll explain more to you in our Tara sessions. Now, do Refuge. And I wish we can get our KH prayer book out already. We need it so bad because everything inside of there, it's been 7 months already. I've been begging, jumping at them, bribing. I'll even sleep with someone if they'll finish that prayer book, for goodness sake. Anyways, we get up, we do Refuge. We do the increased mantra, and we do the blessing of the Mala mantra. And then, if we can, if it's appropriate, we make offerings of Lama Tsongkhapa. 8, 16, 7, 14 increments of bowls in the best quality that we can, and pray that we can acquire the means and benefits, inner and outer, to benefit others. And then after we make offerings, we'll offer incense, 3 prostrations to Lama Tsongkhapa. 3 prostrations represent submission of our old mind and acceptance of our new mind. That's what prostration is about, to Lama Tsongkhapa. And then we sit down quietly in the beginning, and we recite the Guru Yoga of Lama Tsongkhapa from our heart. And if we don't understand the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, I have a CD on that because I've given extensive teachings on that. And then when we recite the Niksama, we visualize our mother and our father. Dead or alive, doesn't matter, with respect. Our relatives, the people we love, our children, our friends, our siblings, whatever behind. And we visualize our enemies, the people that bug us. Oh, I tell you, in my visualization, the front part is crowded. So I visualize the people that you don't like, that bug you, that hurt you, you put in the front. The people you love, you put in the back. Because normal life, we like to stick the people we don't like in the back. In Buddhism, we put in the front to bring attention to your mind, what kind of mind you have. So like I said, in my meditation, the front row is packed, back row 1 or 2, plenty of empty seats. And then all around you, you visualize all beings in hell, in spirit, Preta realms, Ida, Devas, in the animal realms, all in the form of human beings. And when you recite Lama Tsongkhapa, you visualize from Lama Tsongkhapa's heart, golden lights going to everyone, touching them, and blessing them, and transforming their mind at this level. And then, after you recite the mantra, up to you, 7, 21, 1 mala, up to you. You dedicate it to achieve the qualities of the 3 bodhisattvas in there. And then you do the dissolution. So you visualize Lama Tsongkhapa dissolve, becomes small, becomes the top of your head. Second line, dissolve. You do it in English also. You visualize Lama Tsongkhapa entering your heart through your central channel. That you should do well, because that will help you take rebirth into Shita heaven. No joke. Very subtle. And you can do this meditation, it's poa, without initiation. Very subtle. You visualize Lama Tsongkhapa, not hard, not like you got a little hole here, you got to stuff him in there. No, he's light. He's like the size of a grain of rice, and very gentle, like a rainbow, and he just goes in. And he sits at your heart opens up. Now you can say, what ventricle? Right ventricle? No, lah. I know the complicated questions you got. Don't think right ventricle, left ventricle, which side of the heart? Is he like when the ventricle opens, does he get flushed out by the blood? No. You visualize your heart in the form of a lotus. A beautiful lotus, clear and clean. How many petals? Up to you. 4, 8, 12, 16, up to you. 4 petals, okay. And your heart is in the form, is your mind, is the form of a lotus. And when Lama Tsongkhapa comes down, the lotus closes. And he and you is one. And he protects and watches you. So any handus come, you just go. You're already doing that anyways. And then we recite the last line. Until I become a Buddha, remain with me, Lama Tsongkhapa. Protect me, bless me. Until I become a Buddha, please remain with me. It's very powerful to request that. Aspirational prayers become reality. And then we visualize he has a cloud that he sits under. Listen to my teachings, I have it. Under a cloud he sits under. That cloud is very subtle. It's like a string, a yarn. And it goes from him, from your heart is closed, and it goes out to the core of your head, and it goes to Tushita heaven. And don't think, oh my God, is the string long enough? It's wisdom string, of course, wherever you go it stretches. It's like an astral cord from your belly. No problem. Oh my goodness. I feel so Paris. I don't know how that opened up. Looks like we are going to be in Samsara, me, you, JP. Read those clothes and outfits JP used to wear. Every time she showed up, we put on sunglasses. Okay, so now, then you visualize that string everywhere, following you. I'm giving you a rundown because it's in my talks extensively. And then at the time of death, the minute you're dying, if you think about that string and Lama Tsongkhapa, and your mind's one, it will pull you out to Tushita heaven. It's called Poa practice. Very, very powerful, profound. Then when you finish, so after you do Mixema, you can do Tara's mantra and Setra's mantra, and then finish those 3 lines. And then dedication, you finish. What does that take you? 10 minutes? Can you take 10 minutes out of your precious, extremely busy schedule, Dr. Mahathir, to do that? Unless you're Dr. Mahathir, Dalai Lama, then you don't have time. Even Dalai Lama finds time to do 6 hours of prayers and meditations per day. And I don't think we're busier than Dalai Lama. I've been telling people I'm busy. After I read that, I shut up real fast. Yeah, it's if we find it worth it or not. And how we find it worth it if we understand it. So, if you do that every day consistently, I promise you, you will see results. You'll see a difference in your mind. You'll see it easier. Much easier. And then it's another way to prepare for death. It's going to come. I don't want to keep talking. I don't want to be like a death march. You're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. You're going to die, you're going to die. Make a CD, you know? Rinpoche's death song. And then they do a remix. You're going to die. Then you're playing in clubs. You go to a club, oh my God, that's my guru. I don't want to do a death march song CD come remix here, you know? But I'm trying to stress on reality that motivates us. Death is not used as something to bring you down and scare you, Buddhism. It is something to wake you up to reality that you will do bigger and better things. Is that alright? That's what you do every single day. If you're confused about what you should do, or you don't know. Yeah, that's genuine. It's a very good question, and I'm happy you said it, and I'm happy I'm able to share it and agree. As I said, I have a Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga CD out. Get it, listen to it. It'll be very beneficial. Not once, not twice, it'll help you. And you don't need initiation. You don't need to sit in a room with some high lama and with all kinds of hats and rituals and ringing bells and drums and flicking water at you and stuff. Oh, the blessing. You know, like, oh my, and you're like, oh God, does he have to do that? You know, you don't want to go for that initiation. Then you promise all kinds of things. I will not kill, I won't steal, I won't have sex, I won't look at people, I won't think weird things, I won't hurt, I won't have anger. You know you're going to do all of that. Why take a vow to Buddha you're not going to do when you know you're doing it? So Lama Tsongkhapa practice doesn't make you take any vows. It helps you to prepare your mind before you take vows. That's why it's so powerful. It's perfect for wild, crazy, monkey-minded people like us who want the world but want to do very little. Yeah, it's fabulous. It's wonderful. It's easy. There's no difficulties. There's no danger. No one's going to come and say, what's there? Imagine you take home like Mahakala or Setra, you put in your room, and you should tell everybody, it's Buddha, Buddha. They're like, yeah, right, Buddha, my friend. They're going to think you're a bobo. Imagine big Setra in your house with a fierce face, all red, and you're practicing chanting, offering incense, and your mother catches you or your friend catches you. There's a major bomo time. Then you just have people lining up, calling you up. Can you please help me get a husband? You know what? They ask you for a charm. So we don't want those weird wild deities yet. What we want is something gentle. And look, doesn't he look nice? Doesn't he look like Koki in some angles? Yeah, the face up lah. But Koki, I'm going to have to change his identity. We're going to name it Zambula. Yeah, look, he's fabulous. Gentle, nice. Practice in China, your tradition. Originate from India, Tibetan, born. It's perfect. I'm not teaching you something new. I'm not teaching you something Tibetan. I'm not teaching you something only Tibetans do. You know, we barbarians over there don't take a bath. We eat yak all day and just pray Tsongkhapa. No. You sophisticated advanced Chinese do it too. Take a look in Beijing. I told you, next time you got a free weekend, nothing to do, you're just hanging around watching Astro, buy a ticket, go Beijing, Yonghao Gong, SMS me, I'm here. You don't have my phone, too bad, email me, I'm here. Take a look, I'm not kidding, I went there, I loved it. The only reason I go to Beijing is to take a look at that, no other reason. I can't speak the language, everybody thinks I'm weird. They think I'm Chinese, I'm not speaking Chinese. But some thought I was Japanese. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. But mostly thought I was Chinese. They're like, wah, 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 wah. I said, what? You know, and they get angry at you. They think you don't want to speak Chinese. That you're just trying to show off and speak English. I'm not. That's all I speak, English and Tibetan. So, Lama Tsongkhapa's practice is profound. It's easy, it's simple, no danger, lots of benefit. And to keep a huge, fat Lama Tsongkhapa statue in your house, I mean, if your room's this big, you keep one that big, that's huge and fat for you. If you got a big hall like this in your house, you keep a big, fat, huge one bigger than here, then you can send me email, mine's bigger than yours. See? It depends. Big and fat doesn't mean size, it means relative to your space. And not one, not two. Make a lot. Be greedy for merit. Make one, give it to people. Look for victims. Look for victims that put there and pray. They pray, they prostrate, they make incense, they meditate, they make water offerings. You sit back, collect the merit. That's what I do. I give statues away all the time, but it's a trick to collect merit. I give it to everybody. Whenever I see a victim, I say, here's a statue. They say, oh, Rinpoche is so kind. He's always giving me. I was like, yeah, I am. Take it. So you know what? They take it to the house. They offer jewelry. They offer tea. They offer milk. They offer water. They offer mandala flowers every day. And some of them have been doing it for years and years. I just sit back. I told you. I just sit there with my sunglasses, and I relax and collect the merit. And I just calculate. Today I collected 1,223 points. And every day. So that's my trick. And I'm serious. Make as many statues and Dharma books. Help the temple. Help everything. Because you know what? If you help a temple, if you build a temple, anything. Every day that temple exists and is benefiting people like this, you're collecting merit. This life and future life. So the sponsors of this place right now, because of them, we're here. We're sitting here, listening to the Holy Dharma and enjoying. Because of those sponsors. Think. And the people who put their effort. So they just sit back and relax, and they collect the merit. That's it. It makes sense. And ancient Chinese, Tibetans, Indians, all of us believe that. Even the wonderful Malay people believe that. When they want to build a mosque, everybody joins together because it's a house of prayer and happiness. It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So that's what I do. I build centers. I build everything. You guys come enjoy. Every week, you guys Sunday pray, right? Every week. I'm not here. I'm at home with my sunglasses on, counting my merits. Why do you think I want you all to go for class? Attend more merits for me. The next slide, Tokyo. Please. You think I want to be born in Tibet? No, thank you. I don't mind being Tibetan, but I'm not in Tibet. Nobody takes a bath there. Sim Pao can tell you, he's been there. He didn't take a bath for a week. He already smells here. He takes a bath every day. Imagine Tibet. When I say, hi, Sim Pao, how are you? Yeah. So if you help temples, you make monasteries, you build statues, you shouldn't think, oh, I already gave one enough flat. As much be greedy. You don't have money, talk to people, collect, make. Doesn't have to be this center, doesn't have to be this temple. Anywhere, any place, do it. Be greedy. I told you when you can stop. When you're floating on the cloud and I made a statue of you here, I got a statue of Paris, I'm prostrating, you know you can stop. I'm making a joke, but think about it, it all makes sense. I'm just making a joke to make it light and easy because I don't want to give you too many heavy things, you know? It's the truth. Think about what I say. Does it make sense? Don't just say, oh yeah, he's been thrown, he's Tibetan, it's true, yeah, go home, blah, 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 blah. No, go home, think about it. Just think, go home thinking that guy's a liar. Go home and think, is it true, not true? Then if it's true, you do. That's the end. Now we're going to do a really fast, super express puja. We're not going to wait. No, none of that Tibetan stuff, you know? You know how Tibetans go, what's the matter? Got laryngitis on. While I'm doing this puja, I want all of you to recite any mantra you know and think like this. May all of our friends and everyone we know be healed. Please may they be healed. May my family be healed and protected from sickness. May my beautiful mother and father be healed and always have freedom of sickness. May all my enemies have freedom of sickness. May my children, may my friends, everyone. And in fact, if we can think, may everyone living be free of disease, even animals. And at this time, we think about the poor lady in the hospital that's comatose. We're tired, we're a little hot, our legs hurt a little bit, but think, may that lady in the hospital, may the best thing happens. Sometimes it's time to go. But we do a healing puja, but they're not healed. Healing doesn't mean only waking up from sickness. It can mean taking an excellent rebirth for them. Sometimes our time is not over and they wake up. We don't know. It doesn't matter why we pray. It matters that we pray and we dedicate it. Look, we're not even connected to this person really. It's not our relatives or anything. But we're here with an open heart and kind heart. That's how you guys are. You Malaysian people here are kind. Okay, Thai, Nepalese, Tibetan, Tula, everybody. What about me? All you people here are kind. That's why you're sitting here on a weekday, listening to the crazy Lama on top of the throne, yelling at you and screaming. It's like watching Jerry Springer, right? It's not a Dharma show. Anyways, you're here. That means you're kind. You start somewhere. Alright? So today I'm going to do a quick chanting. Please recite Miksemas during the puja. And if you're tired, rest a little. And look up, relax. If you can do more, do more. Okay? And if you don't know Miksema too long, you find too long, you're tired already, then you recite Taras. Very short. Very short. See Taras over there, beautiful, looking at you. She's waiting for a new platform because this platform, she feels like she's on a platform. Then, if you find that you want to change your mind, you set up, no problem. You can switch around. Miksema said, see, there's variety in my buffet, variety. And think about those people you want to benefit. That's it. Okay, when I put this on, I'm holding. See, I'm getting holy. Can you see the lights coming out of my ears? Oh God, this shirt's horrible. Wear an expose. I always say I'm the Madonna of Tibetan Buddhism, so let me show some flesh. Now the puja group, you just follow along with me, alright? If I do it very fast, you can't follow along, never mind. Just read it silently, go along, because it's late and I want to finish. And don't think that if we rush it's not effective. It is effective because our mind's here. We're all focused, alright? And slowly the rest of the group can learn, and learn is beautiful. When we can chant and pray together. Isn't it nice to sit and chant and pray together rather than sitting there watching people like a show? Yeah. And it puts our energy, focuses. If we have the good thought, we have the good energy, we focus.